Yo, what's up guys? Josh from StrengthSide. We are about to do a mobility flow follow along. So this is gonna be very nice mobility for your body, and it's a lot more fun and exciting than, you know, the general stretching stuff. So, won't you join me? Welcome, my friend. Have a seat down in your squat. You're gonna join me for the next 11 minutes, and we are going to do some mobility through movement. This first move is a half cartwheel. You're gonna put your hands down directly beside you. You're gonna raise those hips, and you're gonna open up that top hip as much as you can. You're gonna press the ground away through your shoulders, and you're gonna hold that for about 5 seconds, and we'll switch to the other side. Try to straighten that leg that's still on the floor. Open up that top hip. Come back to your squat. How you feeling? A weird one to start off with, am I right? Now you're going to press those hands out in front of you, and we're going to come into what traditionally is known as a downward dog. You're going to keep your knees straight, and you're going to press the chest back towards the thighs, keeping the arms and legs as straight as you can. Now you should feel a big stretch through the backside, hamstrings, calves. We're going to hold that position, really push back and push into the ground as much as you can until you allow yourself to bend the knees, and we'll move into some hip opening from that downward dog position. We are going to hold this for 5 seconds, really letting that hip open up as much as possible, and you should feel that same side really opening and stretching. So we lift, we press those shoulders into the ground, we let that hip open, let that foot dangle, hold for 5 seconds, and then return to your position. We're gonna do 3 on each leg. We are going to be doing 3 rounds of each movement. So as we go, I want you to see if you can get deeper into these positions, try to relax more while you're in positions, and experiment, right? There's no right or wrong way to do this. I want you to really get inside your body. I know you're in there, but really feel like you're in there, and really allow that spine to move during everything that we're doing. In a lot of conventional fitness, you're taught to keep the spine really, really straight, but the spine needs to move, it needs to rotate, it needs to twist. You're gonna be a lot healthier and have a lot more usable range of motion for it. So we enter back into our half cartwheel. Now, the reason that the half cartwheel can be challenging is because it takes a lot of side bending, right? And side bending is not something that's touched on a lot, because most of what we do in everyday life and in the gym is right in front of us, right? We move front to back, but we also have this whole realm of side movement that's possible. And we'll rest back into our squat, say a little prayer, and we will move into our single arm bridge rotations. So you're going to place one arm behind you, you're going to push the hips up, extend the spine to find a single arm bridge position. Now, if that's too challenging for you, you can just more so come into a tabletop position with less extension of the spine. Now, unless you're doing back bends on the daily, this position is probably going to start out a little bit stiff. For me, each rep, I'm able to get a little bit more extension of my spine. I'm able to extend my hips more, and this looks more and more like a nice bridge position. The other thing that needs to happen to have a strong upper back is you need to really push that arm down into the ground. That's gonna keep your shoulder nice and stable in this position. And we move into the tabletop crab press. So both hands go right behind you. You push your hips up to the sky as much as possible, and you drive the shoulders into external rotation and push those shoulder blades down into depression. We're gonna hold that for about 10 seconds, and we'll hop back into the squat. That is round 1 completed, and wow, I was on a rampage here. I gave no rest. We're right back into round 2 with that half cartwheel. We're trying to get more side bend. We're trying to really push the ground away, and we're really trying to open up that top hip here. As we progress into these later rounds, really try to push yourself to get deeper and deeper into these positions. We return to our squat, and then we move into our downward dog position. So remember, we start with pushing the chest towards the knees and the thighs. I'm doing this kind of bounce variation here. And then after about 5 bounces, you can hold, and we're pressing, trying to compress the lower abs to the thighs. Remember to breathe. Breathe deep, breathe slow through your nose. Let your body know that everything we're doing is okay. And we return to our downward dog hip opener. Open up that hip. We're going to pause in that position for 5 seconds. Remember to really try to stretch that whole side of the body. It's not just the hip, but it's also the side of the torso as well. And I'm going to use this time to say, what's up, guys? How is everyone? I kind of took the winter off from doing the follow-alongs, but I am stoked to be back in that sunlight on my body, doing these voiceovers and just chilling with you guys. Trying to just do some good movements together. Okay, so honestly, I was supposed to do 3 reps there, but I only ended up doing 2 on each side. So if you want to pause and do another one, you're welcome to, or you can hop right back into that half cartwheel with me. Hold for 5 seconds, push that ground away. Picture yourself if you were to pick up that other foot and your shoulders had to support you. You would really have to be pressing that ground away, right? Okay. 2 reps, we're back to our squat, and we move into our single arm bridge rotation. Now, trust me, guys, I know if you're super stiff that this one can be really, really challenging. Like I said, you may just need to not extend your spine so much and just have a little bit more of a tabletop position. But trust me, moving in and out here and using this rotation of the spine is what's really going to help open up this bridge position. I used to barely be able to lift my arms overhead, let alone do a bridge, but it was just consistent effort in things like this, just making sure to get that movement of my body every single day, or hey, let's say every other day. And we're back in our tabletop crab press. Sorry, I told you a little late here. I know some people are going to be angry. I'm not saying when to switch sides and whatnot. I'm not a fitness instructor. I'm more just a dude just talking to you. So give me a break, all right? Back to the squat here, and we're going to go round 3, right? Move the neck around a little bit, shake the man bun around, and back into that half cartwheel. It's our last round here, so really try to open the hips, really get yourself inverted. It feels good to be upside down. And go ahead and switch to the other side. Yes, push that ground away. Hey, I see you. You can do it. Okay, that's pretty corny. So back to our squat, and we're into our downward dog. Once again, and we are pressing that chest to the knees, and go ahead and hold. We're going to take a few deep breaths here, do about 10 seconds in this position, really press the ground away. You can bend the knees, give yourself a break, but we're right back into these downward dog hip openers. So, as always, get that knee up there, let the foot dangle, and let that whole side of the torso and hip open. And this time I know I did 3 on each side. So, 3 on each side, guys, 5-second holds. I'm going to tell you a funny little story after I completed doing this. I said to the cameraman, Chris, I was like, damn, I feel really good right now. I think people should actually do this. So validated my own mobility flow that I think you guys are going to be feeling pretty solid after this. So let us know below. You know what? In fact, I got traveling on my mind because I'm headed to Europe in just a couple months. So I want you to comment below the country that you would most like to visit, right? Obviously not your home country, somewhere that you want to go. I don't know what mine is. I'm gonna comment below. You can check mine out. And take a second in your squat, and we are moving to our last round of bridge rotation here. But I was feeling really, really good, really open, like I've said. So I decided to just go ahead and put the other arm down and then do the full bridge rotation to the other side. If you're here, if this feels good, if you're feeling open, then go ahead and try it out. Try to make it nice and slow. Really rotate the hand, rotate the shoulder. Keep your spine in extension, keep your hips pressed up, and do a nice, slow and controlled bridge rotation. Now, if you're not quite here yet, that's totally fine. Just keep doing the single arm, and this can be actually like an excellent goal to work your way towards. Bridge rotation 2020. You got this. We all got this. So, the only thing with the full bridge rotation is, god damn, they take a while. So we'll be here for a while watching me do these. So, let's see. What else is up with you guys? Okay, I mentioned that I am going to bring a lot of follow-alongs back because people seem to really like them. So if you have any suggestion for like what type of follow-along that you might like to see on the Strength Side channel, comment that below. Let's hear what you're feeling. I'm not promising I'm gonna do that because I might not be down with it, but yeah, let me know and maybe we could check it out. So we got our last tabletop crab press here. This is kind of just, this is like our victory lap right here because these are pretty easy. And hold that, bring the shoulders back, and we done. Guys, thank you for spending that 11 minutes with me. I hope you're feeling as good as I'm feeling. Make sure to like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Strength Side, as always.